All right, looks like we're live. Let me put that over there. All right, so first thing is TradingView.com. Gotta make sure we can get some screener set up. Screeners. We could do it for crypto too, but let's start with stocks. So basically, we're also going to need Postman, and we're going to need Heroku, but that's later. What we will need is Python. New folder for this. Oops. Call it stock alerts. Okay, so what we want to do is set up a screener, which is going to find the stocks that we want, and then set up some alerts. So first thing is, you see there's moving averages rating and oscillator rating and then overall. So let me show you what that looks like. If I click on Apple, for example, and then click on Technicals tab, you will see these three. There's oscillators, moving averages, and summary. That's the same thing I showed over here, moving average, summary. And I got those from clicking over here on the drop down and searching for the ratings. So now I can filter it out. You can see strong buy, buy, and sell. For Apple, strong buy, 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 because it's on a different time frame. So this is on the 1 day, this is on the 1 week. So let's turn this to the 1 day. Now you can see strong buy, buy, sell, so everything matches. And the way it does this, like sell for the oscillators are things that move up and down based on how much is bought, how much is sold. So you can see RSI, the relative strength, is at 64, so it's a little bit more people are buying it than they're selling. So that's not a great buying opportunity. So that's why it says to sell, right? Some of these things are way too high. 64 is not super high. Usually 70 or higher is super high, but it doesn't help it. So you can see the majority of things are sell or neutral, so it gives it a sell rating. You can see right here, 3 sells, only 1 buy. And then over here on the moving averages, that's just the price history. So over the past 10 days, the price has been moving in the upward direction, so that's a good indicator. What you want to do is find a stock that's moving in the right direction and then has a slight dip down, and then the oscillator will say, okay, it's a great time to buy on discount. So let's go ahead and find only the stocks that have good oscillator and good moving average. So we could do oscillator, select that we only want the buys, strong or just regular buy, and Apple should go away. Yeah. So now we have Visa, strong buy, but the moving average is a sell. Let's fix that one too. There we go. Now we should only be left with buys. Perfect. Look how beautiful that is. So these are buys, which is great, but that doesn't mean too much because it's only buys on the 1 day candles. So those only update every day for like the past 10 days or past 20 days. So you have to wait a long time for those to send signals. What would be better is to, check out the one day, that each day, like a 10-day average is a buy, but also that 10-hour average is a buy, or the 10-minute. So that's kind of what I want to work on setting up. So definitely, these stocks are definitely good buys, on the technical level. You still have to do your own due diligence to know something about the company. Like Johnson & Johnson, you should probably know why it's a good buy. Like Disney, obviously, the parks are opening back up, and Disney live streaming is doing great. So of course that's why it's a buy. But if you have a feeling that the people are going to stop going to the theme parks, maybe you shouldn't buy because you think it's going to reverse. So these are definitely good stocks to start with. So what I want to do is capture the data, and one tricky way of doing that is to look at the network traffic. So if I inspect element, go to the network tab, and over here I can see all the traffic. So if I change this to 1 week, so it would look like 10 weeks in a row to see like what the average is. And you can see right here we have a scan, and the response from the scan is a bunch of stocks, 150 stocks. The first one is Apple, as you can see. So this is all the right data. So 149, 0.8, which is a strong buy, 0.4, which is a regular buy, 0.1, which is just a regular buy, and 1.2, which is the volatility. So we have all the data we need. Now we need to replicate this, so you're going to right click copy to bash, and then go to Postman, and there you can import that bash. So you go to import raw text, paste the bash, and continue, and it'll automatically import that in a sec. So now it's here with all the parameters already set up. So if we send it now, we should get the response. We should get all those stocks. So let's wait for it to clean up a little. And now you can see the first result is Apple, just like it was when we went to TradingView, except now we don't have to go to TradingView. We can just do this. And instead of pressing the run button, you can click over here on the far right to get the code. So I click on Python request, and it gives me the full code. So I can go ahead and start the project. Close out some other stuff. Alright, so let's make a new file where we can run that code, and I'm going to call it stock alerts, I guess, stockalerts.python. It's taking a sec. Alright, so we have our stockalerts.python file. Now what we can do is run it. I like to go ahead and put the %%, which will then give me a run cell button. So I can go ahead and run it, and then on the far right it should open up the actual code. Did I click it? Run cell. It's probably taking a sec because I'm live streaming, so things slow down. My boy Ruben. Alright, so it popped up now, and this should eventually, again it's going slow because of the live stream, but it should give us the data it should show us all the stocks. I'm going to go ahead and give that some time to start. In the meantime, I want to go ahead and grab not just the, let me double check which one this was, 1W, so that's the 1 week. I want to go ahead and grab the 1 day as well. So I'm going to change that back to 1 day candles and grab that scan. Still loading, but there you go. The results are here, J&J. Perfect. So let's copy that as well. Import the bash. Awesome. So now we have the code for the 1 day scanner as well. Okay. So after we run the 1 week, we can go ahead and run the 1 day down here. So let me go ahead and separate these a little. I can call this 1 week scan, 1 week candles. And this one down here is the 1 day candles. So 1 week candles would be something like every week it checks which direction the price is moving. So it's very delayed, but it'll give you a really good overall sense, like on the super large time frame. All right, so it looks like it's finally starting. Okay, so there's the results. Perfect. It's kind of hard to read it, but I'll trust that it's all there. So one way I can print this a little nicer is to say print the response.json, and that should print it a little cleaner. Doesn't look much cleaner at all. Another thing I can do is, let me see what the keys are. That's not how you spell keys. See what the keys are. Total count and data. Okay, I only want the data part. Perfect. So data is just a list. It's a list of data. There you go. So let's see what the very first one is. Let's see what the 0 index, the very first one. You can see the very first one is just Apple. S is for the stock ticker. I guess that's all we need, right? Let's go ahead and grab D, because D also has the ticker, so D I guess stands for data. Oops. Alright, so we have the data, so we can just do data at 1, which is going to be the second thing over here. This is 0, 1, 2. Alright, so we have Apple. So we know that on the 1 week time frame, this part up here, on the 1 week time intervals, Apple is a recommended buy for both oscillator and moving average. So let's get a whole list. Let's see the whole list. So how I can do that is a bit complicated, but basically I would say a list a list of stocks for each stock in this list. So that should give me the stocks, and now I only want the stocks, I want the data for the stock, and I want the second thing, which was the ticker. So there you go, there's the ticker of every stock that we were recommended on the 1 week candle. So let's go ahead and save this list, and we'll call that 1 week buys. guess it doesn't like that name. Just call it weekly buys. So now we can just print week buys. Weekly buys. Okay. There you go. So now we have a list of weekly buys called weekly buys, and we can do the same thing for the 1 day. Let's go ahead and change that to daily buys, and let's see what happens. There you go. Johnson & Johnson, Disney, Pfizer. Okay. Perfect. So now what I want to do is see which ones are recommended on the weekly and on the daily. So which stock are in both of these tables. Like I see J&J is in both of them. So I would say J&J is very strong. So let me cross-reference those two real quick. So I can say stock, let's just say, give me the stock for each stock in daily buys if stock is in weekly buys as well. Let's see if that works. There you go. Here's a list of all stocks that are in both tables. So you can see Pfizer should be in both. So obviously it's in the daily, but it must be over here as well. I'm not seeing it, but I'm sure it's there. Oh, it's right here, Pfizer. Perfect. So this is a list of stocks that are in both the 1 day and the 1 week. But there's actually a way to get a much faster time frame too. If you click here, you can see 1 day and 1 week, yes, but there's also the 4 hour and even the 1 hour, 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and click on the 1 hour. And you can see I'm not able to because I need to upgrade my plan. But, you know, I might have found a little hack that gets me around that. So actually, if I go over here to okay, so if I go over here and I look at the data, the request that we made, it's the same stuff that we were seeing. Like you can see the moving average has to be a buy, and then the oscillator also has to be a buy. And it has this 1W, which actually stands for 1 week. So I found out if you change that 1W to 60 for 60 minutes, what you get is the 1 hour recommendations. So the hourly recommendations, let me just verify that works. And boom, you can see the 1 hour, the hourly recommendations. So let's go ahead and add that as well. Let's go down here and paste the 1 hour and do it again. So this is weekly and daily buys. And this is these are the hourly buys. So let's get a list of hourly buys. There you go, Apple, Microsoft, Google. And now let's find which ones are in hourly and weekly and daily. So stock for each stock in hourly buys if the stock is also in weekly and daily. Let's see what the results are. I forgot to print it. There you go. So these, it's much less. Let's see how big the list is. Oops. Length. So there's 17. 17 stock like Pfizer, which are in the 1 hour candles. So 1 hour candles for 10, 20 candles is like 10, 20 hours. So within that time frame, the stock is moving in the upper direction, which is great. You know, that's basically within a day or two. And the 1 day candles, so maybe like a week or two, and then the 1 week candles, which is a month or two. So long term and short term, these stocks are performing well, such as Pfizer. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pfizer to make sure we're seeing some good data. PFE stock. All right, so for Pfizer, we see, I'm assuming the chart is going to look very good. So yeah, you can see it's moving upward, and this is very zoomed out. So this is 1 year. So each of these little ticks is a few days or a day or two. So let's go to the 1 month, see how it's performing. Each of these is 30 minutes. So each of these little candles is 30 minutes. So you can see what a good slope, and it's going in the right direction. And actually, if I click on here with shift, and I see in 30 days, it's moved up 21%, very steadily. So this is a very steady, good stock, short term. And if we zoom out to long term, you can see it was still doing good, still a generally good slope. And in 200 and 300 days, it moved up 30%. So 30% on your return is not bad, especially if you play some options. You can definitely get some more return. So it's definitely moving in the right direction. So what I want to do is invest in it, but one thing is it's giving me 17 stock, which is great, but maybe I want to filter it down even more. So I want to see which ones are performing good, not just on the 1 hour time frame, but maybe the 5 minute. Like each of these ticks is 5 minutes. I want only the stocks that are performing good in the 5 minutes. So 10 candles of 5 minutes is like an hour. So within the last hour, they were performing good. So I'm going to go ahead and try that by changing this over here, how we did the 60. Remember this, where we changed it from the 1 week candles to the 60-minute candles? Let's go ahead and change it to maybe 5-minute candles. So let's change this 60 over to a 5. See if that still works. Look at that. It says Apple's doing good on the 5-minute candle. It's 1,000 other stocks. So let's go ahead and copy that code as well. And this should probably be the last one that we're going to do. I don't think we need to do any more, but let's go ahead and get the data. And we'll call this it's not hourly, it's every 5 minutes, so we'll call it minutely. that should be fine. Alright, so let's see what the minutely stocks are. So the stocks performing good within the last 30 minutes to an hour. So there's a bunch of stocks, of course, and let's see which one of those are also in the long-term data as well. And minutely buys. Okay. Let's see what the results are. Hopefully Pfizer's still there. Nope, Pfizer's gone. So it's only SAP. So it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stocks. So it's a much stricter list. And let's see what the stock looks like. SAP. SAP. I feel like I've seen that company before. So you can see on the, other than this, on the long range, long term, it has been performing pretty well, like this. 3 months, still in a positive slope. Not too bad. On the 5-day, it is actually performing well. And I am not able to click on 1 day. Oh, I am, okay. So you can see even on the 1 day, in the last 6 hours, it did perform good. So these are the stock picks that we want to play with. So let me just show you what we did on the technicals. You can see no matter which time frame I click, it's going to be a strong buy, or it's going to be a buy. So if I click on the weekly, again, we already scanned that. It is a buy. 1 day is a buy. 1 hour is a buy. And even the 5 minutes, it's still a buy. We didn't do the 1 minute. I guess it would have been a neutral, but on the 5 minute, it is a buy. So no matter which time frame we choose, this is still going to be a buy. So that should give us even more confidence in these stock picks. And we can go ahead and turn on some other criteria for the screener, such as volatility. Maybe you only want the most volatile or the least volatile. So let's go ahead and see what that would look like. Sort by volatile, 45% volatility. That might be very interesting. Lots of option plays there. So whatever you want to do that way, or you can sort by maybe to only see stocks that are overbought or something. So you can see if you can filter on the 6-month performance. Let's see what else they have for the columns. The Bollinger Bands, not bad. It should already be accounted in the rating, so you can see all of them are mostly buys. And maybe you want to add fundamentals to it, so you can add the income statements if you want some kind of confirmation on the fundamental side as well. Alright, so now that should be a pretty strict filter showing us stocks that are performing well on all time frames. And we save them here. So now I want to go ahead and send those out to Discord every time the data changes. So let's say I run this whole script every 5 minutes, and if there's any new stocks, I want to go ahead and send them to a Discord, so then I can make some money. So what I can use is Integromat. It has a really easy connection with Discord, so I can send some data to Integromat and it can go ahead and send that over to Discord for me. Let me go ahead and sign up, but also I do have it already connected to a Discord. I thought I already clicked sign in. Sorry, things are taking a bit longer than normal because of the whole, streaming thing, but shall be fine. So every 5 minutes I'm going to scan the ratings. So if any stock suddenly starts being recommended, I want to go ahead and send that over to the Discord and let everyone know, hey, check out these stocks that you might be interested in them. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a new scenario. Eventually. Alright. So what I'm going to do is called a webhook, I believe. called HTTP. Okay. Is it really not a webhook one? Sorry, let me just Google this for a sec. There it is. Okay, webhooks. It just took a long time to load. So the trigger is a custom webhook. Basically, I'm going to send them data. Let's go ahead and make a new one. We'll call it stock alerts. Okay, so they're saying anything I send to this address is what's going to be shown up. So I'm going to say requests dot post to this address, and the data is going to be these weekly and buys. Okay, let's send that over. Too many values to unpack. I might have to do something real quick. Import JSON, and then I could do JSON.dumps. Take a big dump. See if that helps. All right, we got 200 status, and you can see it was successful. Oops. All right. So now, once we send the recommendation, we want to send that to my Discord. Post the message to my Discord, and the message is going to Stock Monkey. The message is going to be just those. Or we can say stock alerts, buy these. I don't know. So I already went ahead and set up the Discord and the integration. It's just follow the instructions on screen type thing. But you can see I have a Discord over here called Stock Monkey. I'll go ahead and put it into chat in case you're interested. Okay. It's hidden, I guess, due to streamer mode, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in chat in case you guys want some free stock alerts. Okay, Dion, have a great day. All right, so you can see I tried this before. Did not work perfectly. So now we're gonna go ahead and run it, and hopefully that should send a message to the Discord. Oh, it's waiting for me to send the webhook, so I need to run the Python first. So let's go ahead and run it again. 200 status, all right. And it says that it sent a message, so let's check out my Discord. You can see stock alert, buy these, and it sent a list of stocks. So perfect. Now we just have to get this to run every 5 minutes, and we'll go ahead and give people recommended stocks based on the 1 week, the 1 month candle, and the 5 minute candles. If any stock is in all three of those time frames, then it's going to be recommended. So if you're in the Discord, you can go ahead and check out these stocks, see which ones you like, see which ones have good stock options, and go ahead and invest. So now I want to run it again, but I don't want to send these same stocks. So I need to store the data locally. I need to record which stocks we sent last time and make sure that I'm only sending ones that weren't in the last send. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and save these results somewhere. So maybe I can save them in a file. So I can say open stockalerts.txt, writing as the file. I can say file.write the stocks. So we're going to write the stocks to a file. Let's go ahead and do that. That should be done now. So if I go ahead and open the file, should be over here on the side. Should have a new file called stock alerts. So I'm always saving it to a file now. So what I can do is to run it again. I'm going to run it up to this point where I get all those stocks, and then before I send it over to Discord, I need to make sure that it's not in, it wasn't previously sent. So let me So I just gotta write some code real quick. Okay, so we'll say latest picks is the ones from the file. So let's read the file. Looks like it read. Oh, whoops. What's wrong with the file? Oh, and it's gone. Whoops. Alright, I don't know how I messed that up, but let me go ahead and just do that again. Alright. There we go. So now the latest picks should be the same list as last time. So we're going to get the latest ones we sent and make sure that the stocks we pick, so let's do new picks is equal to the stock in the new picks, if the stock not in latest picks. It says there's some issue. Oh, else. Okay. Do I really need an else? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Okay, let's otherwise nothing. Maybe that helps. Stock is not defined. Stock for stock in new picks. Whoopsie. I swear it told me to do the else. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so the new picks are nothing because stocks aren't moving right now, so this is not going to show anything different, but I'm still going to set it up this way. So we're only going to send the new picks to Discord, and we're only going to, and then we're going to record just those new picks. No, we're gonna record the whole list, but we're only gonna send the new picks. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. And what else we're gonna do is not notify Discord if there's no new picks. So let's say if new picks, then notify Discord. Otherwise, don't. So if I run that, it should do nothing. Perfect. All right, so the code is done. We now are going to notify Discord every time we have new picks. So let me go ahead and turn that on, activate that, and we're gonna have to schedule this to run every 5 minutes. And if it ever finds any new picks, it'll go ahead and alert those to Discord and then save the list in a file and try it again. So we're done. I've gone ahead and set up the Discord bot. So follow the Discord, and anytime there's some new stocks that are buys on multiple time frames, it's going to go ahead and alert us. Now, I'm missing one thing, which is the actual scheduling every 5 minutes. So, and also I don't want to run it on my local computer. So what I'm going to have to do is set up a web server. Unless this thing does Python, which I doubt it, but let me check. Python. No, of course not. Code? No, that's not going to work. Worth a shot. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and create a server on Heroku. And actually, to do that, I should probably create a GitHub as well. All right. So for GitHub, I'm going to create a new repository to store the code. Make it a private. All right, and perfect. And I'm going to open that in GitHub Desktop. And copy all the code over using Visual Studio. It's a bit slow. Anyways, while that's working, let me go ahead and create a new server. Okay, there you go, stock alerts to Jesky. Okay, connected to our GitHub. The repository is called stock alerts, I believe. Connect it. Unable to connect. Alright, so I might have to push the code first. No problem, let me go ahead and do that. Here's the new stock alerts and here's the old code. Let me just copy out the old code over to the new stock alerts and go ahead and push that to the cloud. Okay, that's done now. The code is in the cloud. So if I refresh this, the code should be there. And GitHub is just a repository so that I can always have the code and go back and see any changes that happen. And let's try this again to connect, or maybe just refresh, I don't know. I swear this usually works. Perfect. Here we go. Let's turn on deployment and launch it. Okay, so I gotta add a language in the settings. No problem. Should be quick and easy to just add Python. Now I can go back and deploy it. Push failed again. App not compatible with Python. What? Oh, I see. It probably requires a requirements.txt file. That's where we can install requests. Maybe. Let's go ahead and push those changes. Okay, let's try again. Deploy, please. There you go. Now it's installing Python. All right, well, some troubleshooting is always good, you know. Okay, so now the server is installing all the things it needs in order to run the code, like Python and the request. It's doing all that automatically. And there you go, it's deployed. So now we have our app. So it's not really doing anything because we need to tell it to run. Currently it's just available, but the server, if I go to the website, it doesn't do anything. Stock alert to Heroku app, it doesn't do anything. So this is usually set up for website type things, so you go to the website and people go to the website and you give them something. But I don't want people to have to go there. I want it to work automatically every 5 minutes. So I can go to resources and add a scheduler. So Heroku Scheduler. I can just buy the free version. Let's go to it and set up the alert. I set up the automation. Okay. Every 10 minutes, run the command Python, and what's the file name? Stockalert.py. So okay, every 10 minutes, run Python stockalert.py. All right, save it. And now we're done. Now we just wait, and every 10 minutes it's going to send data to Discord if anything exists. So we are completely done now. So I can just go here, click more, view the logs, and this will see where we're at. So there's nothing running when I went to the website, and that was an error, but every 10 minutes it will run. So let me just see if I can go ahead and run one of them manually. You go here and run the console, and I can type in the same thing I told it to do, Python stock alerts. And if I run it, this is all the code that we were telling it. Oh, it says JSON is not defined. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and add that to the requirements as well. You need JSON. Whoopsie daisy. Good thing we checked. Actually, I don't need it to print anything. Oops, I don't need this anymore. Okay. Over here. So I don't actually need it to print all that stuff. So go to the print. It can go ahead and print the weekly buys, daily buys, and hourly, minutely buys. And then print new picks too. Oh. Okay. Let's upload those changes. Okay, and since I've enabled the automatic deployment, so if I go to deploy, I set up the automatic deploys. I clicked enable, so now every time I push out new code, it's going to rebuild it. So if I go to activity, you can see it's actually building it, doing the same thing, basically recreating the server with the new stuff, which is just adding JSON. And okay, failed, could not find any version that satisfies JSON. Right. I think I just gotta put JSON at the top and not in the requirements. Yeah, coding is fun, but once you get the hang of it, it is actually worth it. Push those changes out again. See the activity. Of course, that build failed, but it should start a new one right now. Okay. And this build should succeed again. Okay, so this should be done pretty quick, and then we can, there you go, deployed. Let's go back to activity. Should say deployed. Awesome. So now we can run the command again. Python, and then it was stockalerts.py. I have awful memory. All right, let's run it. Hopefully this time it will work successfully, and then it'll do the same thing every 10 minutes. Boom, 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 new picks blank. Awesome. So process is done. All right. Check the logs. You can see it's just waiting. We started the command with Python alerts, and now it's waiting again. And if we check the scheduler, it'll tell us when was the last time it ran. Okay, last time it ran was never, but if we go ahead and wait 10 minutes, that's when it's going to run again. So in 10 minutes it'll run, but I don't have anything to do or any need to wait, so I'm just going to assume everything is working perfectly, and Integromat is only going to get triggered whenever we actually do have new stock picks, and you have, I believe, 1,000 free every month. So as long as we keep it within that limit, this whole process is free. Heroku is free. So this whole stock alert automation took some Python code, which is free, but it does take some time to learn. Other than that, now that it's set up, my end is completely free, and I have it sending it to the Discord for stock alerts. So I put the link in chat so you can get it for free. I'll try to put in the description as well, but sometimes I want to make some money. So there's a thing called Launch Pass, I think. Yeah, Launch Pass. And this turns Discord into a paid community. So let's see if we can hook this up so that we can charge people for these stock alerts. Basically, they pay maybe $5 a month, they join our Discord, and they get these stock alerts every 10 minutes if there's any changes. Let's hook it up to my Discord real quick. Stock Monkey. Beep boop beep. And the really cool thing about LaunchPass is it handles everything for you. Can't find owner, what do you mean? I am the owner. Get started for free, Discord. What's going on? I tested this before on a different one and it worked no problem. This requires you have managed server permissions, which I do. Continue. What if I don't give it administrator? Okay, Looks like it's getting further than before. Awesome. Let's go ahead and make a paid group. Located in the US. I'll upload a photo later. I don't want this. Okay. My name, sure, Dejowski's fine. My name, your role, enter a name that we will find. New members will arrive in this channel upon activation. Let's call it Stock Alerts. The price is $5 a month. Okay, it's fine. Yearly option for $50. Sure. Free trial. Yeah, let's give you 1 month free trial. YouTube page. Yeah, for sure. Let's go ahead and connect it to my YouTube. YouTube.com/ I don't know what my YouTube is. There, I have it pulled up on the other screen. Here it is. Description. Stock alerts based on TradingView's technical indicators for moving average and oscillators. I don't know how to spell. I don't need to. Stocks which are a buy on multiple time frames. Premium features. Okay, I don't need premium. Get 30-day. Oh no, I have to pay. No, I don't want to pay. Can we publish it without paying? Oh, awesome. Here's my invite page. Now I can go ahead and invite people. We've added a private group called Stock Alerts. Let's see. Yep, Stock Alerts. Welcome to Stock Alerts. Please check your welcome email from Support Launchpass for the activation code. Awesome. So it's going to handle all that for me. Sick. Okay, so go to this link if you want to sign up and pay for Stock Alerts. Get 30-day free, monthly $5 a month. Fantastic. Okay. Here's where the picture would go, I assume, but I didn't add that yet. Link your bank account and start your 14-day free trial to activate this page. Oh no. Oh well. I'll go ahead and pay. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and start a wait list. So let's see if I can start a wait list online. What's the word? I guess it's not called a wait list. Is it called a wait list? I want to see how many people are interested before I go ahead and sign up. $50 members, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and make a free waitlist page. Confirm my email. I don't think I have an email from them. Dude, unclaimed stimulus check. Hell yeah. There we go. Now we can create a list. Alright, title is sign up for stock alerts. I'm a bit lazy. Link to my website is this. Okay, what do I need? I just need your email address. No, you don't need to verify it. I trust you. How do you want to manage your list? Do I need payments? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the list. Awesome. How do I share the link? I guess it's just this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this waitlist. If you would like to sign up for the stock alerts, obviously I'm going to give it for free right now, but go ahead and sign up anyways so we can get the ball rolling, and then once we get enough people signed up, I can go ahead and turn on the paid option, and then new users will have to pay $5 a month and with a 1 month free trial. So hopefully we can get that rolling. Let me know how the stock alerts go every day on the Discord, and hopefully we'll all make a bunch of money. All right, well, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you later.